Yesterday's prophecies, today's headlines. This is the Hal Lindsey Report.
One of the most distasteful things in the world for me to talk about is the transgender issue. I've mentioned it twice in the last few weeks, and frankly, that's 2 times more than I prefer. The number of people who believe themselves to be transgender in the United States is somewhat less than 0.3%. Not 3%, but 0.3%. So why continue to bring it up? Because with all the media attention paid to this issue, the numbers may grow dramatically in the next few years. Sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. A phenomenon we have witnessed repeatedly here in America. I am a watchman on the wall, and I'm telling you that this mass confusion over gender and sex is putting the souls of America's children into the shredder. Last week, 11 states sued the federal government over its threat to withhold funding from schools that require students to go to restrooms and locker rooms designated for their own sex. The states said the Obama administration had conspired to turn workplaces and educational settings across the country into laboratories for a massive social experiment, flouting the democratic process and running roughshod over common sense policies protecting children and basic privacy rights. Last year, a school near Chicago tried to accommodate a boy who said he felt like he was a girl. They allowed him to use the girls' locker room, but school officials wanted to put a curtain around his changing area. If this same boy went out into the street and flashed these same girls, he would be arrested. But the Obama administration insisted that a privacy curtain would violate his civil rights. Oddly enough, even the atheists and evolutionists who run our government and academic institutions recognize that at its heart, this is a spiritual issue. When you boil it all down, this is their argument. They are saying the child is physically a boy, but spiritually a girl. The hormones, chromosomes, and physical structure of every cell in his body carry the unmistakable markers of a human male. Chuck Colson wrote in his 2005 book, Lies That Go Unchallenged, being transgender, as it is called, is a violation not only of the moral order, but also of the biological order. Physically, there is no question that this is a boy. The science is obvious, so they turn to the spiritual realm and give that as their answer. They say it's a female trapped in a male body. What exactly is it that is trapped? They must be referring to the soul or the spirit. That makes theirs a religious position, and they're imposing this false religion on everyone else. It turns out that nature has a fix for young boys and girls who feel confused about their gender. It's called puberty. But members of Obama Justice and Education Departments refuse to let nature take its own course. They want doctors to step in with powerful drugs in an attempt to stave off puberty and keep the child in confusion. Sadly, almost incomprehensibly, they are destroying young lives. Transgender people are committing suicide at record rates. At heart, these people are at war with themselves, and neither drugs nor surgeons' knives can give them peace. Those psychologically wounded people need help. But the first step must be to stop fighting what God made them to be. And God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. That is a spiritual as well as a biological fact. Pushing troubled boys into girls' locker rooms will only make matters worse.